Hello guys, good evening. You are welcome to my YouTube channel, the SPC Tutorials. Please, I'm watching this video, endeavor to subscribe, like, share, and comment. Tonight I shall be taking us alcohols, alkanols, otherwise called what? Alcohols. Now, in our previous class, I told us that they have a general molecular formula as CN H2N plus 1 OH. Now, this OH is called what? The hydroxyl group, and they determine the chemical properties of these organic compounds. Now, what we are going to do, we are going to be looking at the classification of what? Alcohols. Now, we have monohydric alcohols, we have the dihydric alcohols, we have the trihydric alcohols, and we have the polyhydric alcohols. Now, the monohydric, they have just one OH present in their chain. If I have this, now this one is called ethanol. Alright, ethanol is a good example of what? A monohydric alcohol. You can see it has just one OH present. Now, in the molecule, you now have dihydric. Dihydric means two molecules of what? Alcohols. If I have this, I have H, OH, maybe I now have OH. Now you can see now that this is what? A dihydric alcohol. Or OH. Now this is 1, 2, and this is ethane. You can say it is ethane 1, 2 diol. It is called ethane 1, 2 diol because it has two hydroxyl group, dihydric. The trihydric alcohol has three hydroxyl group present in it. You have OH, you have OH. Alright. Now, this one that has three hydroxyl group present in it is called what? A trihydric alcohol. And this compound, you have 1, 2, 3. This is propane. This becomes propane. 1, 2, 3 triol. Now, this is otherwise called what? Glycerol. Another name for propane 1, 2, 3 triol is called what? Glycerol, and it is produced during what? A saponification reaction. A reaction between an ester and an alkali. Okay, that is what saponification reaction to produce alkanoic acid and an alcohol. Alright. Now, ethanol 2 diol is also called a glycol. Alright, it's also called what? A glycol, and it is used as what? Antifreeze. Now you now have a polyhydric alcohol. Polyhydric alcohol, a good example is what? Glucose. Alright. So these are the classification of what? Alcohols. Now, based on the position of the hydroxyl group, you now have what? Primary, secondary, and tertiary alcohols. Now, this one is based on the number of OH, the hydroxyl group present in the molecule. Then, as for the primary, secondary, and tertiary, we shall be discussing the position of this OH. Alright, so don't take one for the other. Now, primary, secondary, and tertiary alcohol. Primary alcohol, and these are denoted as 1 degree. And this is, if I have carbon, I have H, OH, H. Now you can see now that it is called a primary alcohol because the the hydroxyl group is directly attached to just one carbon atom. All right, so this is what a primary alcohol. Then as for the secondary alcohol, now you can see that primary alcohol is an alcohol in which the OH is attached to one carbon atom and one alkyl group and one alkyl group. So that is it. And as for the secondary alcohol, 2 degree, you have what? You have OH, you have OH, I have H, I have arrow, and I have what? Arrow. So which means that in secondary alcohol, the OH is attached to one carbon atom and two alkyl group. Now in tertiary alcohol, alright, in tertiary alcohol, now the OH is attached to 3 alkyl group. Alright, that is OH, you have arrow, and you have what? Arrow. You can see 3 alkyl group. So this is example. These are the classification of alcohols based on the position of what? The OH. Alright, so that is for that. How do we test for alkanols? Alkanols are tested using the Lucas reagents. Alright, Lucas reagents is a mixture of concentrated HCl and zinc chloride. Alright, Lucas reagent is used to test for alcohols or alkanols, and it is a mixture of punk HCl and zinc chloride. Please take note of that. If Lucas reagent is used to test for primary alcohol, there is no cloudiness. In primary alcohol, there is no cloudiness. That is, it does not what? React. Then, if this Lucas reagent is used to test for secondary alcohol, within 5 minutes it forms clouds. Alright, within 5 minutes it forms what? Clouds. Then, as for the tertiary alcohol, it reacts very fast. Within seconds, it forms what? Clouds. So, which means which of them react faster with Lucas reagent? It is what? The tertiary alcohol. So please, this is the test for alcohols, Lucas reagent, which is a mixture of HCl, cork HCl, and zinc chloride. So I've given the types of alcohol: primary alcohol, secondary alcohol, and tertiary alcohol, based on the position of the OH, and monohydric, dihydric, trihydric, and polyhydric, based on the number of hydroxyl group present in the compound. So the next one is preparation of alcohols. In what ways can we prepare alcohols? We can prepare alcohols through saponification reaction. Saponification reaction, alright? It is a type of reaction that occurs between and base to produce salts and what? Alcohol. Alright, so which means that saponification reaction is a type of reaction that occurs between an ester and alkali to produce what? Sodium alkanoids and what? And alcohol. Alright, and alcohol. So please take note of that. Now, I can also react ester with another alkali called what? Potassium hydroxide. That's ROCOO, then plus potassium hydroxide. Then this will produce ROCOOK plus what? ROOH. Alright, but under acidic condition, when ester is reacted with an acid, it will produce what? Alkanoic acid. Look at it. If this ester should react with hydrogen ion, which is an acid, it will produce alkanoic acid and what? The corresponding what? Alcohol. Alright, so please take note. This is one of the ways of producing what? Alcohol. Saponification what? Reaction. Now the other method is through fermentation reaction. Look at it. I have 66H12O5. Sorry, O5. Now I have N. This N connotes what? Large number of what? Molecule. Now it is of course a reversible what? Reaction. Now this is what? A diastase. It now produce 2 times 6. You have 6, 12. 2. What is this now? 5. Sorry. 2 times. Please. Water is added. Alright. Water is added to this molecule. Then 2 times 6 is 12. 2 times 5, 10. Plus this 2, you have H12. Then 2 times 5 is 10. Plus this O is what? O11. Alright. So this is what? A maltose. A maltose. Now this maltose is reacted again. You have H12, H12, that is C12H12, then O11 in the presence of a maltase. Alright, maltase. It will convert this maltose to glucose 6,6H12O6. Now this is what? Glucose. Look at it. Which means that maltase is an enzyme that converts maltose to what? Glucose. This very entity is called what? Glucose. Yeast produces what? Diastase. Please take note of that. Now this glucose will now be reacted again. 6,6H12O6. If I should react it in the presence of an enzyme called Z-mase, which is an enzyme produced by yeast, it will produce 2 molecules of ethanol, and 2 molecules of what? Carbon 4 oxide. So please, during baking, what makes the dough to rise is as a result of what? The presence of what? Carbon 4 oxide. It is this carbon 4 oxide that makes the dough to rise. So please take note of that. It is very, very important. Now, alcohol is also produced from car halide. With this car halide is reacted with what? An alkali. Alright. In this is car halide. If it's reacted with this base called what? Silver hydroxide. Okay, let me erase this first part, please. Number 3, I can say from a car halide. So if I have arrow X, now this arrow is the alkyl, then the halide is the X. If I should react it with any alkali, this is what will happen. This O will come here, becomes arrow OH, then plus this X will go to the back, becomes silver what? Halide. Alright. I can also react this halide with sodium hydroxide, and we have this will come over. We have arrow OH plus sodium halide, right? So these are the ways of preparing what? Alcohol. These are the ways of preparing alcohols. Now the next one is what? The reaction that alcohols undergoes. The reaction alcohols undergo. Please take note of what I've said so far. It is very, very important. Now reaction of alcohols. Alright, reaction of alcohols. One, they can undergo esterification what? Reaction. Now, esterification reaction is a type of reaction that occurs between alkaloic acid and what? Alcohol to produce salt and water only in the presence of a dehydration agent called what? H2SO4. Look at it here. it reacts. It is the reaction that occurs between alkanoic acid and alcohol. Of course, we are treating the reaction of alcohol to produce. This reaction is reversible to produce salt, which is ester, and what? Water only. Alright, H2SO4 is acting as the catalyst, as a dehydrating what? Agent. So please take note of that. Now please, the reverse of esterification reaction is called what? Hydrolysis. If this should come here and this will go there, it becomes what? Hydrolysis, but occurs the presence of what? Water. Please, the reverse of esterification reaction is called what? Hydrolysis. Then number 2, it can undergo oxidation. It can undergo what? Oxidation. Now, when primary alcohol is oxidized in the presence of potassium heptaoxo dichromate 3. Now, this is a good oxidizing agent. This one is called potassium potassium heptaoxo dichromate 3. You know hepta means 7. Dichromate, this is chromium, alright? So this is potassium heptaoxo dichromate 3. During this process, primary alcohol is oxidized to alkanol. Look at it. No primary alcohol, as I said before, is what? Ethanol. Don't forget ethanol. Now I have H. I have OH, H, and what? H. Alright. Now this is what? Primary alcohol. In the presence of potassium heptaoxo dichromate 3, alright, it will produce what? Alkanol. Now, you know, we have what? During oxidation, there is what? A removal of what? Hydrogen. I'll remove 2 hydrogen molecules from this place. 2. This we have 2, and becomes CH3. That is CH3 and CHO. CH4O. So this is what? An aldehyde. This very compound is called what? Aldehyde. I don't call it aldehyde, I also call it what? Alkanol. So please, which means that the partial oxidation of primary alcohol, the partial or incomplete oxidation of primary alcohol produce what? An aldehyde or alkanol, while the complete oxidation produce what? Alkanoic acid. So if I should add oxygen now, it becomes CH3, then COOH, alright? So which means that the oxidation of primary alcohol produces what? Alkanoic acid, while the partial produces what? Aldehyde or what? Alkanol. So please, secondary alcohol produces what? A ketone. Please take note of that. Oxidation of secondary alcohol produces ketone. Please take note of that. So please, during this process, this potassium heptaoxo dichromate 3 changes from orange to green. Please take note of the color change. It changes from orange to what? Green. During this what? Reaction. So please, complete oxidation of primary alcohol result in what? Production of an acid, a carboxylic acid, while the partial will produce what? Aldehyde or what? Alkanol. The secondary alcohol produce what? Ketone. Tertiary alcohol cannot be what? Oxidized. So please, we have done. Do we have more reaction? Okay, I think I'm true. I think I'm true for now. So everything about alcohol is what? Treated. So at this point, we'll call it a day. If you are preparing for JAM, NECO, GCE, NAPTEP, nursing exam, the explicit tutorial is that of the tutorial you should always be active in, because it is one of the best tutorials online. And my name is Dr. Joseph, and please endeavor to share these videos to your friends who are in need, and please endeavor to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and do have a wonderful night. Rest.